Okay. 2006 whiskey, Ditmars of Gravesend, radio check.
2006 Whiskey, Ditmars to Gravesend, radio checks loud and clear.
That's a copy. Now we wait.
Plenty of 6 Whiskey, you made a part of Story Ditmars when ready. Next callback is Broadway.
Copy for Broadway. That's why I'm not making the announcements. Give it about a minute.
At least the 2000 whiskey and Broadway.
$100 Whiskey Broadway, that's a copy. Next callback is Queensboro Plaza.
This is Astoria Boulevard.
Yep.
Transfer is available to the M60 Select Bus Service to LaGuardia Airport.
I tried fixing it. Somehow it made everything free.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
I'm on W, 30th Avenue will be next thing. Close the doors.
This is 30th Avenue. This is a Manhattan-bound W local train. The next stop is Broadway.
And that guy who plays the announcements.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
This is the 2012 Nancy from Astoria-Ditmars to Coney Island Stillwell calling in for a radio check.
2012 Nancy, Astoria-Ditmars to Stillwell, radio check loud and clear.
10-4.
This is a Manhattan-bound W local train.
The
The next
2006
stop
Whiskey
is
Broadway.
36th Avenue.
06 Whiskey Broadway at the Cockman. That's call back Queensboro Plaza.
Stand
Queensboro
clear of the
Plaza.
closing doors, please.
$2,000 whiskey, Queensboro.
2000 Whiskey Queensboro to Coffee. Next call
This
back
is
Lexington 59.
36th Avenue.
Spot now.
This is a Manhattan-bound W local train. The next stop is 39th Avenue.
Stand clear of the closing
2012
doors,
Nancy
please.
requesting lineup out of Ditmars.
2012 Nancy has a lineup out of Astoria-Ditmars. Next call back Broadway.
Copy.
This is
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
2000 Whiskey, Lexington 59.
100 Whiskey Lexington 59th, that is a copy. Next callback 57th Street, 7th Avenue.
57 Street, 7th Avenue, Temple.
This is Queensboro Plaza. Transfer is available to the 7 train. This is a Manhattan-bound W
2006
local
Whiskey,
train.
Queensboro
The
Plaza.
next stop is Lexington Avenue.
6 Whiskey
59th
Queensboro, that
Street.
is a copy. Next callback Lexington 59th.
Copy for Lex.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
.2012 Nancy, Broadway.
12 Nancy Broadway, that's a copy. Next callback Queensboro Plaza.
Queensboro Plaza.
W is rates to depart. Calling in for rear check.
2016 Whiskey Ditmars to 86, radio text loud and clear. You can depart Astoria-Ditmars and ready. Next callback Broadway.
Copy.
This is 2000 Whiskey, 57th Street, 7th Avenue, pushing for Atlanta.
100 Whiskey 57 7th, that is a copy. Next callback Times Square 42nd.
Times Square, Temple.
This is Lexington Avenue, 59th Street. Transfer is available to the 4, 5, 6, N, and R trains.
A free transfer is available to the F and Q trains by
Was our next
walking
call
to
back
Lexington
Broadway?
Avenue,
Just making sure.
63rd Street Station. and
2016
using
Whiskey,
your
that's
Metro
correct.
card.
Broadway.
Copy.
Two 2006 Whiskey, Lexington Ave, 59th.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
2006 Whiskey Lex 59, it's a copy. Next callback 57th Street, 7th Avenue.
It's copy 57 and 7. And Brooklyn Mountain W, 5th Avenue, next time it was. The announcement did not want to play. I don't know why I do that.
2020 Nancy, it's still 2019, still a few seconds before you can depart.
This is 5th Avenue, 59th Street.
The 20 Nancy may depart Astoria-Ditmars. The next callback will be Broadway.
Broadway.
Stand clear of the closing
2016.
doors, please.
Whiskey at Broadway. That's a copy. Next callback, Queensboro Plaza.
Copy.
2012 Nancy, Queensboro Plaza.
Oh, Nancy at Queensboro. It's a copy. Next callback, Lexington 59th.
Lex 59.
2000 Whiskey, Times Square, pushing for Lugano.
2000 Whiskey, Times Square 42nd. That's a copy. Next callback will be 14th Street, Union Square.
14th, Temple.
Uh, 2022 Quincy radio check.
2022 Quincy 96th Street, 2nd Avenue to Stillwell. Radio checks loud and clear.
That's copy. Is this a trained operator one? Qualified operator one? Or public one?
No. Public.
Okay. Just double check.
Broadway.
Sure, how smooth is your brain?
2016 Whiskey. I said you're clear to Queensboro, by the way.
Oh, my bad. Copy. Ripping.
This is 57th Street, 7th Avenue. Transfer is available to the Q train.
Quincy, ready to depart 96 2nd Avenue.
2022 Quincy, you have the line by 96th Street, 2nd Avenue. Next callback, Lexington 63rd.
The next stop is
Welcome,
49th
start.
Street.
2006, 57 and 7th.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
377 2006 Whiskey, that's a copy. Push for local lineup. Next callback's Times Square 42nd.
Copy Times Square.
Twenty 2012 Nancy, Lexington Avenue, 59th Street.
This is
Oh, Nancy
49th
Lexington
Street.
59th as a copy. Next callback, 57th Street, 7th Avenue.
Midtown.
This is a Brooklyn-bound W local train. The next stop is Times Square 42nd Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Nancy Broadway. 2020 Nancy Broadway, that's a copy. Next callback will be 39th Avenue.
This is Times Square, 42nd Street. Transfer is available to the 1, 2, 3, 7, A, C, E, N, and Q trains. Transfer is available to the shuttle to Grand Central. Connection is available to Port Authority Bus Terminal. This is a Brooklyn-bound W local train.
2006 Whiskey, Times Square 42nd.
34th Street, Herald Square.
26 Whiskey, Times Square, 42nd.
Stand
That's a
clear
copy
of
for
the
local
closing
line.
doors,
Call back
please.
14th Street, Union Square.
Copy, 14th Union.
Queensboro Plaza.
2016 Whiskey, Queensboro Plaza. There's a copy. Next call back to Lexington 59th.
Copy.
2020 Nancy may disregard the callback at 39th Avenue. Your next callback is Queensboro Plaza. 2020 Nancy, is that a copy for Queensboro? Copy. Thank you.
This is the 2000 Whiskey, 14th Street, Union Square.
This is 34th Street,
2000 Whiskey or
Herald
14th Street,
Square.
Union Square. That is a
Transfer
copy. Next
is
callback will be
available
Canal
to the
Street.
E, D, F, M, N, Q, and R trains. Transfer is available to the M34 Select Bus Service. Connection is available to the
2012 Nancy 57-7.
Oh, Nancy 57th. That is a cog push for local line. Next callback is Times Square 42nd.
Times Square.
Local train. The next stop is
2028 Nancy out of Astoria-Ditmars, still a radio check.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
2028 Nancy, Astoria-Ditmars is still a radio checks loud and clear.
Copy 505.
Left 63rd, 2022 Quincy.
28th Street.
Listen to 63rd or 22 Quincy. That is a copy. Next callback will be Times Square 42nd.
Times Square 42nd.
This is a Brooklyn-bound W local train. The next stop is 23rd Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
In 28 Nancy may depart Astoria-Ditmars when ready. Next callback will be Broadway.
At 4 for Broadway, closing now.
Nancy, were you calling in at Queensboro?
23rd Street. Transfer to
2020 Nancy, Queensboro
M23
Plaza. That's a
Select
copy.
Bus
Next
Service.
callback will be Lexington 59.
2012 Nancy, Times Square.
Alright, 2016 Whiskey, Lexington 59th. Your next callback's 57th Street, 7th Avenue.
Copy.
2012 Nancy, Times Square 42nd. That's a copy push for the express line. Up your next callback,
This is
14th
a
Street, Union Square.
Brooklyn-bound W
Union
local
Square.
train. The next stop is
I wonder if I should go
14th
slow on
Street,
purpose.
Union Square.
Just for the connection.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
quite literally do not mind if I have to sit there and wait, but like, what are the odds? I'm just gonna roll.
This is 14th Street, Union Square. Transfer is available to the 4, 5, 6, L,
2030
N,
Quincy,
and Q
are you ready to
trains.
depart 96th Street, 2nd Avenue? 2030 Quincy, yes, I can read your text. You don't need a radio check. 2030 Quincy, if you're ready to depart 96th Street, 2nd Avenue, you can depart. Next callback, Lexington 63rd.
Yep, there we go. Alright, go.
This is a Brooklyn-bound W local
2006 whiskey,
Stop is
14th Union.
8th Street, NYU.
14th Street, Union Square for the 2006 whiskey.
Stand
That is
clear
a
of the
copy. Next
closing
callback
doors,
will be
please.
Canal Street.
Kappa Canal.
2000 Whiskey Canal, upper level.
Your Whiskey Canal, that is a copy. Next callback, Rector.
Director, Temple.
Currently, there is a race between me and the 12. I do not beat them. First to canal, then across the bridge. The odds are unlikely, but I'm going to try my damnedest.
Nancy, that's hard number.
Ninth for the 2020 Nancy, that is a copy. Your next callback will be 57th Street, 7th Avenue.
Copy.
Second Street, Times Square, 2022 Quincy.
22 Quincy, Times Square, 42nd, that is a copy. Your next callback will be 34th Street, Herald Square. Next stop.
34th Herald.
Welcome to W. Approach will be next.
2016 is at 57th Street, Midtown.
Stand clear
16
of the
Whiskey, that's a
closing
copy.
doors,
Next callback
please.
is Times Square, 42nd.
Copy.
Local to Kentucky.
Broadway for the 2028 Nancy.
Nancy Broadway, that is a copy. Next callback, Queensboro Plaza.
Out of the Plaza.
2012 Nancy, Union Square.
12 Nancy, Union Square, that's a copy. Next callback will be Canal Street.
Canal.
2022 Quincy, you can disregard a callback 34th Street, clear to 14th Street.
Copy 14th.
This is a Brooklyn-bound W local train. The next stop is Canal Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Nancy, 57.
The 2020 Nancy at 57th Street, 7th Avenue, that is a copy. Next
This
callback will be
is
Times Square,
Canal
42nd.
Street. Transfer is available to the 6, J, N, Q, and Z trains.
46 through Times Square.
2016 Whiskey, Times Square, 42nd. That's a copy. Push for local lineup. Your next callback's 14th Street, Union Square.
Copy.
06 Whiskey Canal on the upper level.
06 Whiskey at Canal. That is a copy. Next callback's Rector.
Stand
Copy,
clear
Rector.
of the closing doors, please.
What was that? Brooklyn bound Q City Hall. Brooklyn bound Q, yeah, I'm a Q train, totally. Brooklyn bound W, City Hall is next.
100 Whiskey, that's copy. Rector. Next callback, Whitehall.
Whitehall's up there.
Time for the painful part.
2036 Nancy. Still have a few seconds before you can depart. Still 2035.
This is City Hall.
2012 Nancy calling in at Canal Street.
2012 Nancy Canal lower level. That is a copy. Push for Nancy lineup. Switch over to Brooklyn Tower. Further instructions. Thank you. Have a safe rest of your trip. Good luck. 2022 Quincy, 14th Street, Union Square. That is a copy. Your next callback will be Canal Street. 2036 Nancy may depart Astoria-Ditmars. Next callback will be Broadway.
Train. Next out, Cortland Thick for closing doors, please.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
2000 Risky, Whitehall.
2000 Whiskey, Whitehall Street. That is a copy. Switch over to Brooklyn Tower. Further instructions. Thank you. Have a safe rest of your trip. Good luck.
2012. Right, low speed for those turns.
Nancy Times Square.
Enjoying Nancy Times Square, 42nd. That's a copy. Push for the express lineup. Your next callback will be 14th Street, Union Square.
Cortland Street.
Copy.
Transfer is available to the
2030 Quincy, Lexington, 63rd. That is a copy. Your next callback will be Times Square, 42nd.
20 is calling back at Queensboro Plaza.
28 Nancy, Queensboro Plaza. That's a copy. Next callback will be Lexington, 59th.
Copy 59.
That's no bread.
38 Quincy, radio check.
2038 Quincy, 96 32nd Avenue, Stillwell. Radio checks loud and clear.
Brooklyn bound W.
Alright, do I got permission to come into the station?
Brooklyn bound W.
2038 Quincy, yes, you have
Stand
permission.
clear
I'm
of the
going to
closing
open
doors,
96.
please.
10-4.
I'm not going 15 down a straight section. What's wrong with you? Back the street.
This is a Brooklyn-bound W.
Doors open at 96 for the 38 Quincy.
2006
2038
Rector.
Quincy, that's a copy. That's a copy. Doors open at 96 2038. May depart when you're
Stand
ready.
clear
Next
of
call
the
back to
closing
Lexington,
doors,
63rd.
please.
10-4.
2006 Whiskey, Rector. It's a copy. Push for Romeo Lime. Next call back to Whitehall.
Copy, Whitehall. Again, W local to Brooklyn, W local to Brooklyn. Whitehall will be next. We're going to view the R line all the way down to Gravesend-86 Street. Whitehall will be next.
Canal Street, 2022 Quincy.
2022 Quincy Canal, lower level. That's a copy. Push for Quincy, line up, switch over to Brooklyn Tower, further instructions. Thank you. After the rest of your trip. Good luck.
59 and Lex.
White House Street, South Fair.
128 Nancy, Lex 59th. That's a copy. Next call back to 737 Avenue.
15 select by 7.
Comes back at 14th Street Union Square.
16 Whiskey Union Square. That is a copy. You're going to hold for connection with the 2020 Nancy.
Copy.
This is a Brooklyn-bound W.
2006 Whiskey, White House, South Ferry.
is Court Street.
306 Whiskey Whitehall. That is a copy. Switch over to Brooklyn Tower, further instructions. Thank you.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Dispatch 2006 Whiskey, Ditmars to Gravesend, White House, South Ferry.
2006 Whiskey, Whitehall Street. Send it through the tubes. Call me back at Court Street.
Copy, Court.
2012 Nancy calling in decob interlocking X144.
Decob interlocking, 2012 Nancy. Call me back at Pacific Street.
Pacific.
2022 Quincy, your updated callback is decob interlocking X144.
144.
Leave my doors alone, damn it.
Transfer is available to the 2, 3, 4, and 5 trains. This is an 86
2000 Whiskey, Atlantic Island, Pacific Street.
2006 Court Street.
J Street Metro.
2006 at 2006 at Court Street. That's a copy.
Stand clear of the closing
Hold on
doors,
1 second.
please.
2012 Nancy. What is your location?
Just about to open up at Pacific Street. Actually,
All right.
hold on. And doors open.
Okay, connection established between 2000 Whiskey and 2012 Nancy. That's a copy. Both trains may close down. Both callback for both trains is 36th Street, 4th Avenue.
36th Street.
36, 10-4.
2006 Whiskey. Your callback is now Atlantic Avenue, Pacific Street.
Copy, Pacific. I guess we say screw decom anyway. Oh well. We might be at the same time regardless, but like, I guess no decom. Don't correct yourself if you're watching the stream.
2020 Nancy Connect.
Got coach like it. Do not correct yourself.
Repeat transmission.
2020 Nancy Canal.
Alright, 2020 Nancy at Canal Street. Call me back at Peak of the Bridge.
Copy.
J Street back contact transfer the ACNF.
This is an 86th Street bound W local train. The next stop is DeKalb Avenue.
.2022 Quincy is now at Fort. Nope. Decall X144. Not Fort.
It's okay, 2022. Your next callback is Atlantic Avenue.
Atlantic Avenue.
This is screw decall. Cool. Okay, decall don't exist no more. Why is the trash can on the floor? Decall Avenue transfer to B&Q trains. B&Q will arrive across the platform. Q train should be arriving shortly. I'm gonna hold for a connection that doesn't exist. We will be pulling in about the same time, give or take. Because they do that there, so I'm gonna do it there.
This is an 86th Street bound W local train. The next stop is
Atlantic Avenue, Barclays Center.
We are currently waiting for the 2022.
Nancy, Peak of the Bridge.
12 Nancy, 36th Street.
Okay, 2020 Nancy, Peak of the Bridge. Give me a call back at Decalb Interlocking X144. 2012 Nancy, stand by for 1 second. 2000 Whiskey, what's your location?
Prospect.
Okay, 2012 Nancy, I'm gonna let you proceed. Call me back at 59th Street.
59th Street, copy.
Connection established, in theory, because technically speaking, I shouldn't be holding here. Too bad, doesn't matter, W. Anyway, yep. Closing down. The doors. Oh, come on. Some of these people's. Really?
Nancy, Peak of the Bridge.
2020 Nancy, Decalb Interlocking. I'm gonna let you proceed. Your next call back is Pacific Street. Sorry, Pacific.
Copy.
Atlantic Avenue Pacific, I'm sorry.
Atlantic Avenue, Barclays Center.
Transfer is available.
2006
to the
whiskey.
2,
What is your location?
3, 4, 5,
Approaching
B,
Pacific.
D, N,
Okay.
and Q trains. Connection is available to the Long Island Railroad.
They noticed.
This is an 86th Street bound
2006 whiskey, doors open at Pacific.
The next stop is Union Street.
2006 whiskey at Pacific Street. Your next
Stand
callback
clear of
is
the
going to
closing
be
doors, please.
25th Street.
25th.
2012 Nancy, 59th Street.
2012 Nancy, 59th. Sorry, 2012 Nancy at 59th Street. Your next callback to New Utrecht.
2022 Quincy is at Atlantic Avenue.
2022 Quincy. Next callback Prospect Avenue. Prospect Park. Sorry.
2016 whiskey is at Whitehall.
2016 whiskey at Whitehall. Your next callback's Court Street.
Copy.
Whiskey, 36 Street, for local line.
2006 whiskey at 36th Street. That's a copy. Your next callback's 59th Street.
59th Street,
2006 whiskey. Your next, your updated callback is 36th Street.
36 4th Avenue.
Quincy, are you at Canal Street? Your next callback is Decalb interlocking X144.
Union Street, this is Gravesend-bound W. Next stop is 4th Avenue. 9 seconds.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
2020 Nancy at Pacific Street. That's a copy. Next callback 36th Street.
I think there may be a connection at 36th Street if I'm fast enough.
This is 9th Street.
4th Street.
Transfer is available to the F and G trains.
2016 whiskey at Court Street. Your next callback is Atlantic Avenue Pacific.
Copy.
Gravesend-bound W. Next asking me prospects. Thank you for closing doors, please.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Whiskey, 59th Street, receive each.
2000 Whiskey, 59th Street. That's a copy. Your next callback is going to be 8th Avenue.
28 Nancy's calling back at Canal Street lower level. Much better Nancy right now.
2028 Nancy at Canal Street. Your next callback is decal interlocking X144.
10-4 for X1554.
2022 Quincy is at Prospect Park.
2022 Quincy at Prospect Park. Your next callback is Church Avenue.
Church Avenue.
The next stop is
2012 Nancy, New Utrecht Avenue.
2012 Nancy at New
Stand
Utrecht
clear of
Avenue.
the closing
Your next
doors,
callback
please.
is Kings Highway.
Kings Highway.
.2020 Nancy, what's your location? 2030 Quincy, I'm sorry. .2030 Quincy, location check. Okay.
2020 Nancy, 36.
2020 Nancy, 36th Street. Your next callback is 59th Street. Which whiskey are you talking about?
This is an 86th Street bound W local train. The next stop is 36th Street.
These announcements make my head hurt.
Stand clear of the closing
Oh,
doors, please.
2016 whiskey, which location?
Just left the Cobb Avenue.
Okay. 2006 whiskey, what's your location?
Departed 25th on the way to 36th.
Copy.
Whiskey, 8th Avenue.
2000 whiskey, 8th Avenue. Your next callback is New Utrecht.
New Utrecht.
2030 Quincy at DCUB Interlocking. Your next callback is Atlantic Avenue.
This is 36th
Atlantic Avenue Barclays Center
Transfer is
for the
available to
2016
the
whiskey.
and N train.
2016 whiskey at Atlantic Avenue Pacific Street. Your next callback is 36th Street.
Copy.
This is an 86th Street bound
2006 whiskey, 36th Street.
Church Avenue,
The next
2022
stop is
Quincy.
45th Street.
2006 whiskey at 36th Street. Next callback is
Stand clear of
59.
the
Copy,
closing
59.
doors, please.
2022 Quincy at Church Avenue. Your next callback is Kings Highway.
Kings Highway.
My line Nancy.
2020 Nancy at 59th Street. Your next callback is going to be 8th Avenue.
Fifth Street.
20 is calling back at decal interlocking X1444.
2028 Nancy at
Gravesend-bound
decal
W53rd,
interlocking.
will be
Your
next,
next callback
closing doors.
Pacific Street.
Copy for Pacific.
Gravesend-bound W53rd will be next.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Was the 2022's callback Kings Highway or Newkirk?
Kings Highway.
Kings Highway.
2000 Whiskey, New Trip.
Tell Nancy Kings Highway.
2012 Nancy Kings Highway. Next callback, last stop Coney Island. 2000 Whiskey, New Utrecht. Your next callback is Kings Highway.
Kings Highway, thank you.
2038 Quincy Canal Street.
This
2038
is
Quincy Canal Street.
53rd
Next callback,
Street.
decal interlocking.
10-4.
.2020 Nancy, your updated callback is going to be New
The next
Utrecht.
stop is 59th Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
This is 59th Street. Transfers available to the N and R trains.
.2030 Quincy at Atlantic Avenue. Your next callback is Prospect Park.
2006 Whiskey, 59th.
2006 Whiskey 59th. Next callback, Fort Hamilton.
Copy, 4 a.m. Gravesend-bound W, 8th Avenue will be next. Stand for closing doors,
Stand
please.
clear of the closing doors, please.
Service to Coney Island will be an N train behind us once we get to 86th Street. Once again, this is the W to Gravesend. 8th Avenue next.
Nancy's calling back at Pacific Street.
2028 Nancy Pacific. Next callback is 36th Street. I apologize.
Copy for 36th Street, Brooklyn.
Nancy, New Utrecht.
2020 Nancy, New Utrecht. Your next callback is Kings Highway. Is going to be Bay Parkway.
Copy.
2036 Nancy at Canal.
2036 Nancy at Canal. Your next callback is Peak of the Bridge.
8th Avenue. 8th Avenue.
36th Street.
2016 Whiskey, 36th Street. Next callback, 59th Street.
Copy.
Where's inbound W4 Hamilton Parkway will be next. Stay for closing doors, please.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Whiskey, Kings Highway, push along.
Kings Highway, give me a call back at your last stop, Gravesend-86 Street.
2038 Quincy, calling back at the Cobb Interlocking.
D-Cobb interlocking X144, give me a call back at Atlantic Avenue.
10-4.
2006 Whiskey, what's your current location?
2006 Fort Hamilton Parkway.
Fort Hamilton Parkway, you can proceed into New Utrecht.
Copy, New Utrecht.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Where's inbound W New Utrecht Avenue will be next.
Nancy, Coney Island Stillwell.
2012 Nancy at Coney Island Stillwell. That's a copy. Terminate your train. Lock it down. Thank you for your service. Have a good night.
Copy.
2030 Quincy at Prospect Park. Your next callback is Church Avenue.
So this is Nancy.
28 calling back at 36.
2028 Nancy at 36. Next callback 59th Street.
Copy.
2036 Nancy. Your next callback is D-Cobb interlocking X144.
Copy.
This is New Utrecht Avenue. Transfers available.
Yes, 2030. Your callback is Church.
Nancy Bay Parkway.
Bay Parkway. Next callback is Kings Highway.
Copy.
Graves inbound W 18th Avenue next. 2006 Whiskey. New Utrecht Avenue.
Stand
New
clear
Utrecht
of the
Bay
closing
Parkway.
doors, please.
Copy, Bay Parkway.
2022 Quincy, Kings Highway.
Kings Highway. Give me a callback at Brighton Beach.
Brighton Beach.
Calling back at 59th Street.
59th Street. Give me a callback at New Utrecht Avenue.
Copy.
2000 Whiskey, last stop, Gravesend-86.
Gravesend-86. I'll have someone else take it to you. Thank you for your service. Have a great night.
Likewise.
This is 18th Avenue.
2020 Nancy Kings Highway.
2020 Nancy Kings Highway. Next callback is your last stop, Coney Island Stillwell. Decall interlocking X144, next callback Pacific.
This is an 86 3-bound W local train. The next stop is 20th Avenue.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Barclays Center for the 2038 Quincy.
2038 Quincy, Barclays Center. Your next callback is Prospect Park.
10-4 for Prospect Park.
59th.
59th Street. Next callback is going to be 8th Avenue.
Copy.
2030 Quincy at Church Avenue. Your next callback is going to be Kings Highway.
Twentieth Avenue.
This is an 86 3-bound W local train. The next stop is Bay Parkway.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
This is Bay Parkway.
Eighth Avenue.
8th Avenue, call me back at New Utrecht.
Copy for New Utrecht.
Actually, no, Fort Hamilton, I'm sorry.
Bay Parkway.
Copy for Fort Hamilton.
Yeah,
The next stop
2016 Whiskey,
Kings
what's your
Highway.
location?
Leaving Fort Hamilton
Clear of the
Parkway.
closing doors,
Got it.
please.
2006 Bay Parkway.
Bay Parkway, send it down to Gravesend.
Copy. Gravesend-86.
Wait, 16. Are you still in Fort Hamilton Parkway?
I just left Fort Hamilton Parkway.
Okay.
2016 Quincy is at Shoots Head Bag.
2022 Quincy at
Why did I say 2016? Yeah, 2022 Quincy. My bad.
I said Brighton Beach, but okay.
Oh, Brighton Beach. Oh my days. I'm sorry.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's okay.
All my days.
36 Nancy at Atlantic.
Atlantic Pacific, send it down to 36th Street.
Copy 36.
Fort Hamilton Parkway for the 28, Nancy.
28 Nancy, I'm gonna ask you to hold there.
Copy.
New Utrecht.
New Utrecht, send it down to Kings Highway.
Got
2028 Nancy, you can proceed into New Utrecht.
10-4 from New Utrecht, 62nd.
Kings Highway.
This is an 86 3-bound W local train. The next stop is Avenue U.
Yeah, funny.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
2020 Nancy calling out.
2020 Nancy Coney Island, terminate the train, lock it down. Thank you for your service. Have a good night.
2038 Quincy, Prospect Park.
2038 Quincy, Prospect Park, your next callback's Church Avenue.
Church, copy for Church.
Got it.
New Utrecht.
New Utrecht, send it down to, I'm gonna have you call back at...
Wait, I don't skip Church?
No.
Oh, okay.
Your next callback is going to be
Gravesend-86
Bay Parkway.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Quincy Brighton Beach.
2022 Quincy, Brighton Beach, ticket down to Coney Island, your last stop.
This is the last stop on this train. Everyone, please
2006
leave
Whiskey,
the train.
Gravesend-86.
Thank you for riding with
Gravesend-86,
New York City Transit.
terminate your train. I'll have someone else take
Stand
you.
clear
Thank you
of
for
the
your service. Have a
closing
great
doors,
night.
please.
Yep. And that's that.
Bay Parkway.
Bay Parkway, I'm gonna need you to hold there for a short amount of time.
Copy.
Nancy at 36th Street.
36th Street, give me a call back at 59th Street.
Copy.
2016 Whiskey, what's your location?
Bay Parkway.
Bay... Okay. Are you leaving or did you just stop?
I just entered the station.
Oh, great. Okay.
2038 Quincy, going back at Church Avenue.
Okay, Church Avenue, give me a call back at Newkirk Plaza.
Copy.
Got it.